Okay, let's be honest. Does anyone actually need another luxury lipstick? Probably not. But when a new lipstick drops from brands like Chantecaille, Dior, and Givenchy, I have to try them. Hi friends, I am Salima, and in today's video, I am putting 8 of these new luxury lipsticks to the test. I'm going to tell you exactly which one lives up to the hype and which ones are a total bust. So, let's get started. Let's start with this beautiful, long, and super slim black bullet. It is the Givenchy Rouge Velvet Matte Lipstick. It was my first time ordering directly from the brand's website, and not only the package arrived super fast, but they spoiled me with so many great samples, especially the miniature fragrance that I adore collecting. So if you guys can, definitely try and order directly from the brand's website. As for the packaging, it feels really simple and minimal, but in the most high end way possible. And this Givenchy logo is a perfect subtle touch. You get a precise application with this slim bullet, so it makes getting a clean line so easy. The formula feels creamy, it goes on the lips smoothly, and sets down to a gorgeous velvet finish that's not dry or powdery. It gives your lips this soft, almost blurred effect. I find this to be a pigmented formula with a comfortable feel on the lips. It doesn't settle into my lip lines and lasted for a solid 7 to 8 hours, even through eating and drinking. I picked up 3 shades, and the two I'm obsessed with are shade number 2 and shade number 5. Shade number 2 is that classic rosewood nude that I always gravitate towards, and it's just perfect for an everyday look. Shade number 5 is a creamy beige with a subtle reddish undertone. All 3 shades I got are super wearable and just beautiful. Overall, I am happy with these new Givenchy Velvet lipsticks. I have been a fan of almost every Givenchy lip formula I've tried, and this one is no exception. Just a heads up though, if you're sensitive to scents, these do have that typical floral scent that a lot of Givenchy products have, but it doesn't linger on the lips for long. I highly recommend these. Next up, we have the Bobbi Brown Luxe Cashmere Matte Lipstick. In my opinion, this is another beautiful lipstick when it comes to the packaging. They have this letter B not only embossed on the actual lipstick bullet, but also on the lipstick component itself. It is such a small detail, but that really makes it feel so much more intentional and high end. Now, just like the Givenchy, this is another velvet matte, but it's a completely different kind of formula. While the Givenchy is a creamy matte, this one feels more like a powdery matte. You still get that same beautiful, soft blur effect, and it is super pigmented, but you have to be careful with it. Because of that powdery finish, if you have any leftover product or dry bits on your lips, this lipstick will cling to it and can crumble ever so slightly. My one big tip for this one is to make sure that your lips are completely clean and prepped before you apply it. I always use a little lip balm and then blot it off right before I apply this, and that works perfectly. It creates a gorgeous look, but it does require a little bit of extra effort to get it just right. I really like that they have a great range of shades, from neutral to cool to warm. The shade I got, Afternoon Tea, has a warm undertone, and the neutral rose is a great neutral shade. Overall, I also really enjoyed this formula, though I have to say, I slightly prefer the Givenchy since I love a creamy matte. Still, with the right lip prep, these Bobbi Brown lipsticks also last pretty much all day and look absolutely stunning on the lips. Next, I have these Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet lipsticks. This is not a new launch, and I am pretty familiar with this formula. But I recently picked up another shade, so I thought I should share it with you guys. These lipsticks come with a click mechanism. You press the bottom, and the lipstick pops out with this satisfying little click. I like it. Let's get into the formula itself. It is described as a soft matte with a subtle luminosity. It's definitely matte on the lips, but it has a slight sheen to it that keeps it from looking flat or dry. And out of all the lipsticks we have talked about, this one has the thinnest formula. It feels almost like it's melting and mixing with your natural lips rather than sitting on top of them. It has a lot more slip to it, especially compared to the Givenchy lipstick. This is a really comfortable formula to wear, but you need to know what you are getting. It does transfer a lot, especially when you're eating or drinking, so it is not totally bulletproof. But the good thing about it is how it fades. At the end of the day, I still have some color on my lips. It just fades evenly and beautifully, not in a patchy or crumbly way. You will not get that powdery or velvety blurred lip look like the other two. It just wears down into a soft wash of color. I was really impressed with that. We have talked a lot about the matte lipsticks, so now let's switch gears and talk about some creamy satin finishes. But before we do that, if you are enjoying this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you love luxury beauty reviews, swatches, comparisons, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an upload from me. Alright, let's talk about the Chantecaille Lip Cremes. First off, let's take a moment to appreciate the packaging. It's not just beautiful with that little elephant etched on the lipstick component, but the component itself is made from 100% aluminum, so it's completely recyclable. Kudos to Chantecaille for taking sustainability into consideration. I also really love the actual lipstick bullet. It has this slim, sculpted shape that gives you such a precise application, especially along the cupid's bow and the outer edges of your lips. In terms of the formula, it is indeed creamy and nourishing on the lips, almost like a lip balm, but with a high color payoff. I get good coverage in just one swipe, and the formula sets down to a lovely satin finish. It has a soft sheen to it, but it's not a glossy lipstick. As you would expect from any creamy satin formula, it does transfer when you are eating or drinking. So I get about 4 to 5 hours of wear with some moderate eating and drinking. I really love the shade in this line, and honestly, I don't think that the online swatches do them justice. If you are planning to buy these, I would suggest going by the shade descriptions because I found them to be pretty spot on. I had high expectations from these, and they definitely live up to them. Just to give you guys a quick comparison, these lip creams are more pigmented and long wearing compared to the lip sheers. Their lip sheers are basically lip balms with a sheer wash of color. They're super moisturizing with a noticeable sheen, perfect for when you want to wear a lipstick but you don't feel like wearing a lipstick. And then there's lip veils, which are my personal favorite from the brand. They sit right in the middle, more pigmented and glossy than lip sheers, but less pigmented than the new lip creams. Surprisingly, they have similar longevity to the lip creams and also fade evenly without getting patchy. Before we move on, I wanted to quickly share two formulas in my collection that are pretty similar to the Chantecaille lip creams: the Charlotte Tilbury Satin Shine lipsticks and the Hourglass Unlock Satin Cream lipsticks. Both of these formulas are equally creamy and comfortable on the lips, have a similar sheen, and last for about the same amount of time. I especially love the shade range in the Hourglass line. If you have tried either of those, I'm sure you will absolutely enjoy the Chantecaille lip creams. Next, let's talk about the Clé de Peau lipsticks. These came on my radar when I saw the stunning new shades they added to the line, and I just knew I had to try them. Obviously, at $67, they're not cheap. So I decided to buy one in a satin finish and one in a matte finish to see what the hype was all about. And I have to say, I almost wish I haven't tried these because now I am obsessed with this formula. Let's start with the satin lipstick. Yes, it is creamy and pigmented like the others we have talked about, but this formula is on a whole different level. It feels so luxurious and nourishing on the lips, almost like a high end lip treatment with the color of a lipstick. It is truly a different experience. And for a lipstick this creamy and comfortable, I was honestly shocked by how long it lasts. It's significantly more long lasting than the other creamy lipsticks we have talked about. You get the high pigment payoff and a cushiony feel of a cream, but with the staying power you would normally only get from a matte. I am so happy with the shade I bought. It's a gorgeous nude brown with a hint of terracotta. So it's one of those perfect everyday colors I can just throw on and go. It reminds me a lot of the Dior Rouge lipstick in the satin finish. Both of them have a creamy texture, comfortable wear, and a stunning color payoff. But the Clé de Peau has a little more shine to it than the Dior. Both are great formulas, but the Clé de Peau definitely has that something extra. Now, as for their matte lipstick, I was pleasantly surprised. It is very different from any other matte lipstick that I have tried. I honestly wouldn't even call it a matte lipstick. It feels more like a satin. It has that same creamy, nourishing base as their satin lipstick. The only difference is that the satin has a bit more sheen to it. The color payoff and the wear time are almost identical, and the color lasts pretty well through eating and drinking. I am really impressed. Honestly, I think you can pick either their satin or matte formula depending on the shade you like, and you will get pretty similar feel on the lips. You will not be disappointed. Alright, next up, I have got these new Dior Rouge On Stage lipsticks. We have got another slim bullet here, kind of similar to the Givenchy lipsticks we have talked about, with the Dior brand logo right in the middle. It is supposed to be a high shine, long wearing, glossy lipstick, and honestly, I agree with most of those claims, but with a few caveats. Undoubtedly, it is very creamy and hydrating on the lips. It glides on effortlessly and has a high color payoff. The shine on the lips is very noticeable and it makes my lips look super plump and juicy, which I absolutely love. However, as you would expect from any high shine formula, the gloss fades rather quickly, but the color itself sticks around. I get about 7 to 8 hours of wear with some moderate eating and drinking. If you are like me and you enjoyed the Dior Addict Shine lipsticks, I think you will really enjoy this new on-stage formula. The only difference I can tell between these two is that the Dior Addict Shine lipsticks are slightly less pigmented than the new on-stage lipsticks. The fragrance is also a little bit stronger in the new on-stage formula, but they perform and wear pretty similarly. I would only try these new lipsticks if there's a specific shade that you're interested in, or if you are a big Dior makeup fan like me and you want to try all the new makeup they launch. Either way, you will definitely not be disappointed with the performance. Just a quick heads up for you guys. If you are a lipstick, lip balm, and basically a lip product addict just like me, I'm going to link my dedicated playlist with all the lip product reviews and swatches I have ever done. So if you want to binge watch some more videos, the playlist will be right there for you. Next up, I bought the Dior Rouge Velvet Lipstick in the shade 720 Icon. Can you guys guess what made me buy this? I mean, just look at this bullet. It's not just a beautiful matte lipstick, it has the words Miss Dior and a bunch of tiny flowers embossed all over the bullet. I absolutely love this attention to detail. It adds such a luxurious touch to an already high end lipstick experience. This shade 720 Icon is a permanent shade in the Dior Velvet lipstick line, so you can buy it all year round. However, this specific bullet design is a limited edition. This was my first time trying a Dior's Velvet lipstick formula, and I can tell you right off the bat, it is way more pigmented compared to the Givenchy, the Bobbi Brown, or the Chanel formulas that we have just talked about. It has a soft matte finish with a smoothing effect on the lips, but it is not quite as blurring as the Givenchy or the Bobbi Brown. It feels comfortable on the lips and it doesn't settle into my lip lines. But most importantly, out of all the velvet matte lipsticks I have reviewed in this video, this Dior formula has the least amount of transfer or feathering. That means it stays on my lips pretty much all day, unless I pair it with a lip balm, gloss, or lip oil on top. If you have tried the Valentino Spike Matte lipstick, you're going to love this Dior formula. It's just as buttery smooth on the lips and packs a punch in terms of color payoff. Both of these are a beautiful, luxurious experience. I am very happy with this purchase. And that's it, my friends. That wraps up today's video on all the latest luxury lipstick releases. Let me know in the comments below which lipstick you're most excited to try. I have a lot more product reviews coming your way, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel and have those notifications turned on so you never miss an upload from me. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye for now.